What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge. I am your host, Allan Bell. We have a fantastic show lined up for you today. And I'll tell you what, before we get to that, let's take a look at how we did on Sunday. You know what? Not a bad day. 8-6. A couple of those losses really were, almost futures plays, obviously, with Coach and the PGA Tour. So a strong one there. MLS continues to come through for us. Thank you, books, for not recognizing the advantage that we have there. Johnny Bowman also coming through with the Rays money line. And our man Buckets on the site play. Tottenham money line and the over 1.5 strong play there. All right, let's get to today. Let's bring in the stars of the show. And we are running 4 wide today. First up, my man Zack Attack. How we doing, sir?
I'm doing well. It's gonna be a bounce back week for me. This always happens. You know what? 2 times a year that I always struggle, right before football season and the end of football season. So I'm digging out of a hole right now after a good 4 or 5 months. But to be honest, it happens to everybody. And then I wanted to mention this. Larry and I were talking on the chat last week about these errors and the next play a home run. I'm watching the Guardians Mariners, thinking about a live bet yesterday, and there it goes. The guy's gonna catch the third out. The net pops the ball out. Very next pitch, 2 out, 3-run homer. So it's happening so much in baseball right now. It's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. But I'll tell you what, you're talking about digging out. There's nobody I would trust with a shovel more than you, my man. You got this. You're going to be all right. That's brutal luck, too, dude, with the net. That's tough. Allie O'Neill, how we doing? You doing all right?
Yep, I'm doing well. Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday indeed. And it's always a happy Monday with the Maestro here. Maestro, how we doing, sir?
I'm doing great, refreshed, back from Vegas. And I know it's football season when I get an email from CBS Sports HQ saying, come on tomorrow, pick every single week 1 game, all 16 picks. So psyched for that.
Yeah, no pressure there, man. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get into the storylines that affect the betting lines for today because, Larry, I think you found an angle here that people want to know about. The NFL and in terms of referees. Break it down.
Yeah, I had a chance to have lunch with Craig Mucklow, who is the head of trading for Caesars last week out in Vegas. Super sharp math guy from Britain. And we got to talking about things that move the line in the NFL. And one of them is the referees. And we got to talking about a guy named Brad Rogers. He's had 3 full seasons as a head ref. You see the stat there, 21-7 to the over the past 2 seasons. It's actually 30-13. All time since he's been a head ref. His games averaged 51 points last season. This year in the preseason, both his games went way over the total. And I just want to read these numbers. 18 penalties for 182 yards in the Cowboys-Seahawks game, which finished 27-26. And then the week before, 15 penalties, 134 yards in the Giants-Bengals, which finished 25-22, which is very high for preseason. The average last year, 11.7 penalties, 101 yards. This guy has been over the league average 4 of the 5 years that he's been a ref. 2 of those were as a field judge, but 2 of his 3 years as a head ref. And I think the interesting thing, guys, is that the books do not get this information ahead of the public. They wait for the assignments the same way. And Craig was saying they will shade his games to the over as soon as they see that he is the ref. And you got to watch out because this year, illegal contact is going to be the emphasis. The NFL only called 36 illegal contacts all of last season. That's 2 per week in an 18-week season. First week of preseason, 15 of those. An illegal contact, 5 yards, automatic first down. That is a drive extender. That is a penalty that leads to the over. So Brad Rogers, we will be watching this very closely. He's a business professor at Lubbock Christian in Texas, but he seems to be the guy who his crews like to call the most penalties.
Man, that is amazing. And, you speak of it, the illegal contact. Yeah, it's a 5-yard penalty, but you're right. It's the automatic first down that is a drive extender. And even if it's, just leading to, an additional field goal per game in a league like the NFL where margins are so incredibly thin and you're looking at 2.5 point, differences generally being the average. Yeah, that's a huge nugget there. When do we find out when the referees will be assigned for which games for week 1? Is that, I guess, the Monday before that Sunday?
That's very interesting. I would follow NFL Ref Stats on Twitter. Joe Gibbs is his name. Not that Joe Gibbs, but he runs NFL Ref Stats. He has tremendous info. Also, Football Zebras have it. And Football Zebras mentioned something very interesting. They used to send out the whole schedule to all the referees for the whole season, but now they're only telling the crew chiefs They're not telling everyone else, and it will be up to the crew chiefs when to give that information to. And I think because they're trying to keep a tight lid on it. And Craig was telling me he wishes he would get that info ahead of the release, but he doesn't. But any professional bettor that can get an info like on Brad Rogers, that's an edge right there.
Yeah, that's a huge edge. Well done on that, man. That is good information to know, not only for week 1, but every single week, right? Of understanding and knowing exactly where he's going to be and in which game. And if he's from Lubbock, Texas Tech, they love overs down there. So you're exactly right on that. All right, speaking of the NFL, we are running a free pick'em league this year. All right, running it. We'll provide an early edge swag pack to the winner and give shout outs throughout the season to those folks that are beating us in the standing. So everybody that is beating up on me and the jeweler, look, we'll shout you out on the show, no doubt, but you're going to have to bring it when you're going up against guys like Zack and Larry and Allie and everybody else. It's going to be tough, but come play with us. Now, understand, you see the QR codes here to join the league on the right. On the left, donate to St. Jude. Now, understand, this is not a requirement at all. We are not saying that whatsoever. We are just using our ability and the funds that we put in to go to St. Jude because, quite frankly, it's the best charity in the world. And if your heart so desires, feel free, donate a little bit to them too. But again, do not have to do it at all. If you don't, fine. Come join, play. It's going to be a ton of fun. Nobody will know one way or the other. Come join us. Have fun. Links to donate up on the screen using QR codes. Or if you can't find those links or you're listening on podcast, they will be in the description. All right, let's get into our plays for today. But before we do, let's take a quick break and hear from one of our partners. And we are back. All right, we have one play on the board for you today from Major League Baseball and our man, John Bowman. We are going Cardinals at the Reds, 6:40 p.m. Eastern tonight. We're going with the Reds money line, plus 180. All right, the Reds announced Chase Anderson to start, so he will get this. Let's get this play in now. He hasn't pitched in the majors in a while. He has a 4.50 ERA in AAA this season. However, as Bowman says, this play is all about the Sunday night baseball curse. All right, he might be off on the exact number, but the team that plays on Sunday Night Baseball has to has to travel, has lost 8 straight games. All right, so we're going to ride it. St. Louis obviously got the win last night against Atlanta. They're on the road today. We're going to take the Reds money line plus 180. All right, let's get into our experts picks here. And you know what? Let's break it down. First up, Zack Attack. I want to see what you got here. Got one play, Major League Baseball. What do you got, buddy?
Well, I'm going to keep it simple here today, AB. With the Dodgers on the run line, it's actually priced down to minus 130. And this is the second time in a week they're facing the Miami Marlins. It's been a one-sided series with the Dodgers winning 5-1. The only win for the Marlins was a complete game on Friday from Sandy Alcantara. And they've been scoring runs left and right, this Dodgers team. 38 runs in those 5 wins. 14 of those 38 runs have came against the Marlins bullpen. You look at the Marlins starting pitcher today, Pablo Lopez. He's been an extreme downgradable pitcher post All-Star break, especially at home where the Marlins have went 0-4 in all 4 of his starts, being outscored 31 runs to 9 for the Marlins. So I'm going to stick to something simple here to get out of this rut. Let's play the Dodgers on the run line, minus 130.
Yeah, that's a good call there. I mean, we're looking at the 4th game of this series, and the Dodgers have put up what? 10, 8, they have put up some massive runs against Miami. So well done there. Well done there. All right, Allie, coming over to you. You've got one play in Major League Baseball as well. Break it down. What do you got?
Okay, so I'm going to go with the Blue Jays team total over 5 at minus 125. The Cubs, they're starting Javier Assad, and this is only his 2nd start. Last week, he did pitch 4 scoreless innings against the Cardinals, but the Jays, they really did have a hard time scoring against the Angels in this last series. So I think at home today with Berrios behind them, that they'll be able to pick it up, especially on Assad, because I just don't think that he'll be able to be the one to keep them cold. Berrios, he's been pretty good in terms of just winning, but he also has a fairly high ERA. So I would think that his higher scoring games, even though the ones that win, the Blue Jays have to put up quite a few runs. So I'll take the team total over 5 at minus 125.
There we go, Allie. I will take that one too. Well done there. Now, Maestro. All right, we just heard Zack Attack break down one side of this game. You're going to break down the other side of it. What do you got? Oh, he's muted. Oh.
My bad. Nice correlation.
I love it.
With Zach's play. I'm going to play the Marlins under 1.5 runs in the first 5 innings. They have to face Tony Gonsolin. He has a 2.10 ERA, but in August, 4 starts, 2 runs. That's a 0.76 ERA, only 10 hits allowed in 23.2 innings. This guy making a late push for the Cy Young at 16-1. The Marlins, we know how bad their offense is. It's even worse at home. They've scored 3 runs the last 2 games, coming off just getting 2 hits. And what I really like is that Gonsolin in his last start only had to throw 77 pitches. It was a 10-1 blowout of the Brewers. He only had to go 5 innings. Should be strong to take down the Marlins. Under 1.5 runs. That's coming back minus 145 on DK.
Dude, Tony Gonsolin is a monster. The Dodgers are amazing, right? Like, and it's crazy to look at like the records that they're gonna be up chasing. I mean, these are all-time historical records across the board. So yeah, great play on that one. All right, everybody, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Let's take a little recap here, and it does look glorious, courtesy of our man, the jeweler, Larry. The Maestro, as he just broke down, Marlins first 5 team total under 1.5, priced at minus 145. Zack Attack, he is on the Dodgers minus 1.5 on the run line, priced at minus 140. Allie O'Neill, she is on the Blue Jays team total over 5, priced at minus 125. Our side play, courtesy of John Bowman, Reds money line, priced at plus 180. And the AB pick 3 today. The first 2, we are paying respect, courtesy of our man, Buckets. La Liga. We're going Atletico Madrid, Valencia, both teams to score at plus 105. Staying in the same game, Atletico Madrid team total over 1.5 goals, priced at plus 120. And we are also going to ride the Reds team total over 3.5, priced at minus 120. So it's all the damage we could do for today. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be live again today, Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern for the early Edge in 5. But until then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we'll see you later today. Thanks.